All right. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash. All right. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. All right. Peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth, to the hopeful elect, and to the scattered Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. All right, it's Brother Dama Al-Gabar out here with another live lesson out here on the highways and the byways as we do week in and week out to prophesy this glorious gospel, to chant down Babylon the Great, aka America, and to keep you updated with the current prophecy and news which is taking place. All right, as you can see on the title of this lesson, man, World War III, lockdowns, and all hell is getting ready to break loose here in this society. All right, we've been prophesying and warning about this ad nauseum, you know, and now when you look out in the news, you see what's taking place over there in Russia, you see what America is doing over there with those EU and NATO nations. All right, hey, World War III is brewing up. Now, we're not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but hey, man, you see, you know, how, Ukraine just attacked Russia with American weapons, which Putin said that, you know, if Ukraine uses those weapons, then they're going to hold whoever provides Ukraine with these weapons responsible, and it was the West, via the Biden administration, man. And what is Russia doing right now? Russia is sending nuclear warheads and submarines over into Cuba, man. So right now, you know, hey, America, you know, is not going to be so safe out here. Now, we're not saying that World War III is going to break out tomorrow, man, but hey, the Lord is making things happen in the spirit. The Lord is making things happen prophetically. The Lord is putting all the proper pieces in places to bring in this third world's war. You know, to finally to end this rotten, corrupted place known as America, man. All right, and hey, all the pieces are getting set in place, and it ain't gonna be no turning back. You know, hey, they're gonna continue to push and poke the bear, which is Russia. All right, and it's going to cause them to eventually to have to retaliate, and they're going to retaliate in a nuclear way via this third world war, which is going to get China involved. You know, all of those Middle Eastern nations over there that's siding with Russia, Iran, Syria, Turkey. You know, the wild boars of Arabia. You know, and what else you got going on? You got lockdowns about to happen again. Now they're pushing this whole H5N1 bird flu shit. And now people are dying from it, which we know they're about to run the same play they ran with the C-19er, man. But I truly believe this time, like Bill Gates said, this time the next pandemic is going to get everybody's attention. Because why? They're going to release this H5N1, which I believe, speaking as a man, that is something that's been fabricated, something that's been man-made in laboratories that they're going to release out here. And I believe it's going to... A lot of people are going to drop dead from this shit, man. All right? Because Esau basically has to come down with that great wrath because he's losing the information war. He's losing the narrative. Nobody believes his mainstream media. Everybody is waking up to the fact that the whole C-19er was a hoax, that everybody is dropping dead and getting sick and having all of these negative effects is not because of the sickness that came out a couple of years ago, but it was from what they were giving people as an antidote, as a remedy for that so-called sickness, man. And people are jacked up all over the world, man. Massive increase in turbo cancers, massive increase in deaths, you know, blood, CLOTSs, you know, Guillain-Barré, and all type of effects are happening because this man, you know, basically experimented on everybody with that experimental JAB. And now he's about to bring in a whole new lockdown with a whole new batch of JABs, which is really going to do another number on all of you simple-minded, gullible-ass people out here. See? And now they're talking about financial collapse is on the rise. A lot of these banks are about to start collapsing. You know, the inflation, everything that's happening is all according to the end of this society, man. To bringing in the time of Jacob's trouble, which a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are about to be dealt a very bad hand pretty soon. All right, the Lord is about to turn up the judgment here, because in order for this place to be, for the kingdom to come, for the good to come, all these things that these people out here will call negative has to happen. Like I said, the World War III, pestilence, famine, war, the beginning of sorrows, man, civil war, anarchy, chaos. People in, just massive amounts of perplexity and famine and all these things are coming upon this place, because that's how the Lord is going to ultimately usher in the downfall and the destruction of Babylon the Great, to bring in the kingdom of heaven. All right, and we've been telling you that all these things were going to eventually take place, because that's how prophecy works. A lot of you guys fanned your hand. You said we were crazy. A lot of you people back in the day used to say, "Oh, y'all always say that. Y'all always going into that. Bring out something new. What's break down? The Bible is not enough." But hey, now the Bible is showing you that the Bible is more than enough, because everything that is written within these scriptures are all coming to pass. They're all coming to light, man. And you people can't deny it anymore. Now a lot of you people are starting to see that the prophets and the men of the Lord were telling you the 100% truth as far as biblical prophecy is concerned, and that this place America is literally on his last leg. And when you look at Joe Biden, he's walking around, don't even know what planet he's on. Word is he's out here shitting all over himself, and he's a perfect representation of the spirit of America. It's fallen, man, and it's not going to be healed. It's not, you can't take any bomb for this place. This place is just going one way, and it's going straight down. All right, and everybody that has joined into this place, all you people who believe in this place, who are all geeked up for Trump getting back into office, which now they're talking about bringing in this new lockdown to where they're going to cancel these elections, which is going to cause what? A lot of these people out here to go completely ape, man. All right, they're going to do things where they're going to try to keep Biden in office as long as they can. They're going to prop that old crypt keeper Bambi legs up as long as they can to get what they want to be put in place, which is ultimately, a technocracy, man, a total dictatorship. They're about to bring in the false flags, man, the T attacks. They're about to bring in this lockdown with this bird flu, so that they can give, whoever's going to be in charge complete and total power over this whole society, man. Hey, and you better believe these lockdowns that's coming this time, man. Hey, they're going to be mad draconian, man. You hear them talking about now they want to do a test on all cows every week, and they even talking about they want to. It's not going to be like the COVID to where you didn't have to take no PCR test, you didn't have to get tested. They're saying now they want to test everybody every week, all the time, man. But you know what that's really all about? Because they want to test you every week so that they can just literally say that you're always sick, you're always showing that you're infected, you're always showing positive for this, so that you can be further locked down and be quarantined. They can bring in these digital IDs, and they can bring in the CBDC, the mark of the beast, and bring in this total digital dictatorship, man. You see, this is why they're pushing more and more with war with Russia, man. So things are happening according to biblical prophecy, at an all-time high, man. And we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai for that. All right. So let me get this quick precept real fast, man, because now we're living in a time. Let me get the. And pretty soon, all you doubters, all you naysayers, man, pretty soon y'all ain't finna have nothing to say, man. All right, because a prophecy is literally jumping off the page and elbowing everybody right in the face, man. You can't get around it. You can't not notice it, man. All right? You can't get around it. It's all happening as Scripture said it would say, man. And let me get this. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 22. Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? And that's what a lot of these Jake want to hear from us, man. As the scriptures say, our people want to hear smooth things. They want to prophesy unto them lies, man. They want to be told that we ain't gonna be no World War III. There's not going to be another lockdown. There's not going to be a massive amount of death, famine, destruction, judgment, World War III, civil war. They don't want to be told that these things are all coming to pass here in Babylon the Great. But whether they want to hear it, or whether they want to believe it or acknowledge it or not, it's still going to happen, because it's the counsel and the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And what kind of prophets and true men of the Lord would we be if we didn't come out here and profess these things unto you? Really, it's really a love that we're showing you, because we're trying to prepare you for what's to come, so that you could get your mind right and return to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and try to put yourself in the best position to be under his wing, to be protected and to be delivered from these said perils and the troubles that are coming here in these last days. But what? The majority of our people, they're not going to take heed, man. They're not going to want to acknowledge it because ultimately they don't want to have their deeds reproved. And they don't want to acknowledge the fact that they're living a vile, wicked, stank, and very disobedient life to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The majority of Jake don't want to change, man. That's why you see these niggas out here doing rap songs talking about we believe in Trump and it's only two races, Democrat and Republicans. And, you know, Jake is trying to find some type of comfort and some type of safe haven here in Babylon the Great. But there ain't one, man. Hey, the only safe haven, the only hedge of protection that you can have is through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Point blank period. Ain't no other way around it, man. All right? The scriptures tell you about what's going to happen to our people that put their trust in Egypt. It's going to eventually be your shame. All right? You're going to try to look to save your life instead of losing it for the righteousness and your testimony in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You're going to try to save it here in Babylon the Great. And it's going to come via a brain chip. It's going to come via a charagma. You know, I was watching the elder brother, I think his name is Mahalia, and Kansas City did a video with that Judite chick who had the vision in a dream of people were being mass microchipped, being locked in concentration camp, work camps, and they had the sea ragamuffin in their right hands, man. You see? And those things are a prophecy. Those things are. Let me get that real fast, and I'll come back to this. Matter of fact, let me finish this, and then I'll get what I want. It says, "O rebellious house," Salaki. It says, "For I am Yahweh." Oh, Salaki. Skip down. 22, it says, "Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel." Why is that going to happen? Because the Lord is going to literally make it come to pass, man. He's going to put it right in your face, man. Hey, civil war is going to be in everybody's face. This new lockdown, pestilences, sicknesses, huge amounts of people dying and dropping dead is going to be literally right in your face, man. All right? And it's going to be nothing that you can do about it but bow down to it. And if you're not part of the elect of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, if you ever shunned, cussed out, mocked, scoffed at his prophets and at his servants, man, hey, you're going to have to eat every last word, man. Hey, every idle word that you that you made, you're going to have to give an account to. So all you people that have been on the comment board talking SHIT, all you weak-ass social media motherfuckers talking shit about the Israelites, you may have drove by in your car talking shit. You may have scoffed against one of your family members or a brother that's in this truth. Hey, every idle word that you give, you're going to have to give an account to in the day of judgment. Hey, and guess what? The Lord's going to have the time of Jacob's trouble, going to be the time of judgment that the Lord's going to sit and get the majority and get a lot of you Israelites, man. And a lot of you damn heathens here in Babylon the Great. Because ain't none of you guiltless. You're all guilty, man. All right? It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision." You see? And what like I said, what? World War III, famine, death, pestilence, war, civil war, you know, financial collapse, man, societal collapse. Hey, the Lord gonna plague this place with plagues like Egypt as before, with that darkness and apparitions. You know, people are going to be invading one. Look at motherfuckers right now, man. I was reading an article earlier today where somewhere out here, I think in LA, somewhere in California, some dude was just sitting on the side of the street, just opening fire at random cars, and he killed some father with like 3 kids in the car, man. You got them one crazy niggas, I forget where they were. The mom let the boyfriend rape the daughter, shoot her in the chest, and set her on fire, man. So hey, the love of many is waxing cold. Hey, the effect of every vision and all the prophecies that are written within these scriptures are going to come to pass, whether you want to believe it, accept it or not, man. All right, and a lot of you are going to be on the receiving end of that, man. It says, "For there shall be no more any vain visions nor flattering divination within the house of Israel." And that goes for you bug-out ass, weak-ass other Israelite groups too. You know, your IUICs, the Sakaris, the Wi-Fi's, all you other pussyfooting 501c3 sellout Israelite groups preaching this PC doctrine, not getting on one another, you know, selling out, you know, going along to get along. Hey, the Lord's going to get all you niggas too, man. You know, I don't give a damn how much you go out on the highways and the byways, because a lot of you niggas are climbing up some other way, and you're a thief and a robber. And the Lord's going to deal with all you guys. All right? So the main thing, hey, we're gonna keep the main thing, man. Hey, these things are about to come to pass, man. And I got some articles I'm gonna go into you, just showing you what's really going on out here, man. Meanwhile, everybody is distracted with the playoffs and what's going on with Diddy. Look, man, that shit don't matter, man. Hey, what Diddy was doing, he ain't doing nothing, but he's doing the same thing that the so-called white man does, but white man does it on a grandiose global scale, man. He's just using Diddy to be the face of it and the scapegoat, man. When he out here literally doing that shit right now as we speak and worse, man. You know, but he's just a distraction, man. That whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake shit was a distraction. Everything that's on television, especially with what's going on within the black community and you Jake's community and Warsaw, that's all just distractions, man. Hey, what's really going on, what you really need to be paying attention to is what the true prophets and the men of the Lord are telling you and what's going on with these alternative news sites, man. That's where your mind and your attention should be focused on, man. You know? Not this worldly distraction bullshit that don't mean anything at the end of the day. All right? And it says, for I am Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, I will speak, and the words that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh. You see? And again, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. Right, Jake can tell you that. But not, I believe that, but not in my lifetime. Because Jake still want to see little Pookie and Ray Ray grow up to graduate high school, go to college, you know, marry the man of his dreams. You know, they're all moles and all fruity, all, you know, mowed out. You know, Jake want to cash in on their 401k. Jake trying to get reparations. Jake really has a 10-year, 15, 20-year plans here in Babylon the Great, but all the signs are showing you that this place is literally about to be totally nuclearly annihilated, man. I was watching Alex Jones the other day, and he was over there stuttering and bumbling, and he's like, this is really about to happen. Hey, World War III is upon us, yada, 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 you know? Which we know that he's, you know, paid off or whatever, but hey, the truth of the fact remains, hey, World War III is about to take place, man. It kind of lightweight already is happening already, man. The fact that America gave Ukraine those long-range missiles to attack Russia to try to prolong that fight, and now they got other countries and NATO and the EU masking 900,000 troops trying to encroach on the border of Russia, man. Hey, it's about to get ill out here, man. And like I said, you got Russia moving nuclear submarines over there in Cuba, move right in Babylon in America's backyard, man. Hey, shit is getting hot and heavy out here, man. And all these things are going to eventually come to pass, as I'm reading right here. It says, and he prophesieth of the times that are afar off. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And now, of course, that don't mean tomorrow is going to happen or next week, but hey, these things are happening, man. Prophecy is a process, and the Lord is moving all these different pieces in place so that it can finally meet up and happen at the time that it's supposed to happen, man. All right? So let me get some of this. Oh, let me get that real fast, too. That was Second Ezra's 40th chapter? Yeah, Second Ezra's 4. Second Ezra's 4, and let me see. Here we go. This is 2 Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. It says, by measure had he measured the times, and by number had he numbered the times. He does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. See, so it's all in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai time. Now, of course, we're hastening it, you know, in righteousness. We're not trying to force the Most High hand, but we know that things are going to happen exactly when the Most High wants them to happen. But of course, we hasten. Of course, we want it to be sooner rather than later. But hey, World War III. The exact day that the MOTB is going to be mandatory, the same day that Yahweh Shai cracked those clouds, that all the time has already been measured out. The exact time, the hour, the date, the second is already in the fabrics of the universe that Yahweh has planned out, man. and it's going to happen exactly at the exact moment that it needs to happen, not a moment later or a second slower, if I'm saying that right, you know? All right? Right, I'm going to read it down a little bit more. Verse 40, it says, so he answered me and said, go thy way to a woman with child, and ask her when she hath fulfilled her 9 months, if her womb may keep the birth any longer within her. Then I said, no, Lord, that she cannot. And he said unto me, in the grave, the chambers of souls are like the womb of a woman. You know, just showing you that everything is in its time, man. All right, and it's all set to happen. The Lord just told us to watch, man. The Lord is showing us the signs. He's showing us the signs in the moon, the sun, these solar eclipses, these lunar eclipses. What those things mean things, man. It's all signifying, you know, a prophecy, signifying the return of Yahushua, signifying the fall of this empire, man. All the signs are there, and they're speaking, and they're loud and clear. Hey, and those of us who are of the household of faith that are in the spirit of Yahushua, we see him, man, and we're excited. All right, there's a whole lot going on right now as concerning our salvation, our deliverance, and the fall of our enemies, man. Hey, and that's something that we can't wait to see and to rejoice at, man. Is to see finally the fall of Babylon the Great, America, man. This land of captivity, man. This you know getting out of these weak ass fleshly bodies, man. You know, so we're all for it, man. But like I said, let's get to some of this news, man. Hey, because hey, a lot of things is happening right now. All right, let me get this, and then I'll get to some of this information that's going out. Which some of the brothers did videos on this during the week, but hey, I'm gonna bring it out again, man, because hey, it's necessary, man. All right, these are the signs and the things that we're looking for to be comforted by. And if you ain't finding comfort in the fact that Russia is moving nuclear submarines into over there in Cuba, and they're poking the bear, and this third world war is getting ready to happen, and they're about to bring these lockdowns and you know famine, pestilence, plague, all these things that are written as concerning prophecy. Hey, man, if you're not excited, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Now, the world, they're not excited. They're like, well, why? That's so negative. But it's negative to a wicked individual. It's negative to Esau. It's negative to these nations. But to the elect, hey, man, it's uplifting our spirits, man. It brings us comfort seeing these things to pass, and it's showing us that look, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is with us, and that the Lord is true. All right. And this is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. Which is what? Ultimately this truth, man. You know? That's how the Lord has given us life. He's pulled us up out of these graves, and we got the spirit of truth. We got the spirit of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy. What is that? Revelations 19th chapter? I think I got that in here, you know? So, hey, so we're awake, man. Hey, and it's a privilege that Yahushua gave us this light, and this has woken us up so we can see what's really going on out here in the world, man. You see, the average person see all these things that we're speaking about, and they don't, you know, they see it as doom and gloom and the end of the whole planet Earth and life as we know it. But no, we just see it as the end of this age and the beginning of the age to follow, man, which is going to be the kingdom of our dear Lord, which will be joint heirs, man. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Right, it's evil as hell out here, man. So, you know, we got to make sure that we walk in circumspectly, man. You know, make sure that you stand on your P's and Q's, making sure that you're doing all that you can to avoid these crazy ass people out here, man. You know, brothers, if you out here in the world, man, hey, you know, somebody cut you off in traffic, somebody eyeballing you, somebody talking slick to you, hey, man, just let them have it, man, because this is not our world, man. You know, this is hey, just let these niggas have it, man, because ain't none of these niggas working with a full deck. A lot of these men out here full of that spider juice. A lot of these women is full of that juice. Multiple JABs, man, and they ain't operating clearly, man. A lot of them got a lot of evil spirits on them, man. A lot of demonic energy on them. So we got to make sure that, hey, we're redeeming the time, because it's evil as hell out here. Like I said, you got niggas just randomly just opening fire on random cars, killing fathers and while they're driving by. You know, now we know, whoever perished being innocent, but just the fact that you got shit like that going on, man, it just shows you the times that we're living in, and they're only going to get more and more crazier. Like I said, wait till all hell break loose out here, man. Wait till it's martial law. Wait till society collapses. Wait till this civil war takes place when they don't allow Trump to become president, or if they bring in these the lockdowns, the amount of crazy shit that's about to take place out here, man. So we got to be redeeming the time and be, because these days are very evil. You know, the love of many is waxing cold. People are out here completely out of their effing minds, man. You know, a lot of these people they just want to start some shit and get into something. So we got to be circumspect, you know, each and every day. You know, make sure before you leave the house, man, hey, you praying to Yahweh Shem Shai to get to your destination safely. Pray to the Lord when you're on these highways, when you're on these roads, when you're going to the grocery store, when you're going shopping, whatever you're doing, when you're out and about amongst these goddamn people, man, that you stay prayed up, man. That the Lord bless all your goings in and your going out. You pray over your family, your wife, your children, man, because it's evil as hell out here, man. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, you see? And that's what it's really all about. What is the will of Yahweh Shem Shai in these last days, man? For us, is to come out here on these highways and the byways, teach this word, you know, walk circumspectly, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, be brotherly, you know, be upstanding citizens, first and foremost citizens of Israel, of Yasha Allah. But even in this wicked ass society, man, we got to walk wise, we got to walk with wisdom, we got to walk honorably and righteously, man. All right? It says, and be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. And what is that wine? All these philosophies out here, man. All of these wayward philosophies of Christianity, Baptist, black consciousness, Islam, or shit, even being a so-called black, so-called being black, Latino, and Native American in this country. Hey, that's a form of wine, a form of, it's a type of wicked-ass philosophy. It's a way of living that's contrary to Yahweh Shem Shai. It's a way of death, man. So we got to make sure that we're walking wise, man, you know, and being circumspect out here. Hey, because it's about to pop all the way the hell off. So without further ado, let me get some of this information going on out here, man. All right, where is it at? Look at this. This is from Yahoo News. Russian warships, including nuclear missile frigate, will arrive in Cuba next week. See that? You see, 3 Russian Navy ships and a nuclear-powered submarine will arrive at the port of Havana for an official visit next week. The Cuban Armed Forces said in a statement Thursday, confirming the military exercise first disclosed by U.S. officials on Wednesday. You see, so now that America is giving Ukraine those weapons, they're over there getting NATO pumped up. They're moving and amassing troops. They're talking about having a conscriptions, a draft, getting ready for war with Russia. Now Russia is doing drills over here in America's backyard, man. Over there in Cuba. You see, doing joint military drills. You see, so they're like, okay, is that what we're gonna do? Then we're gonna do that, man. So you can see the tension is rising up. Oh, and Russia said that, look, man, if it has to go down, look, it's a whole lot of little countries over there in NATO that they'll strike, man. They'll hit London, they'll hit England, they'll hit different parts of the European Union if it's going to go to that. And pretty much they're putting Putin in a position to where he's going to have to do something. You know, he's going to have to eventually react, because they're continuously encroaching and poking more and more and more. You see, which is all the will of Yahweh Shem Shai anyway. But hey, these things, hey, that's what we're talking about. Let's go. It says the Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces said the Russian missile frigate, the nuclear sub Kazan, the oil tanker Passion, and the salvage tug Nikolai Chaiker will arrive on June 12th and stay for a week. The Cuban military said the visit by the Russian Navy ship is part of the friendly relations between the two countries, complies with international law, and does not pose a security threat to the region because none of the ships carry nuclear weapons, so they say. I wouldn't believe that, you know what I mean? Can't believe a lot of shit that they say, because everything is being done strategically, you know? Just like America said they wasn't going to give, or Biden said they wasn't going to give Ukraine those those tanks. I forgot what they were called, but they still gave them to them. They said they wasn't going to give them long-range missiles. They still gave them to them. So you can't, you know, it's all strategic. It's all in the game of warfare, you know. Look at this. While we are disappointed that Cuba has likely agreed to host visiting Russian ships, we are not surprised. The U.S. intelligence community assesses is not carrying nuclear weapons, so they say. And what is that going to ultimately lead to, man? Let me get that real fast. Get that in Matthew. You know, hey, this is the things that we want to see. You know, Jake talking about ain't nothing going on. There's a lot going on, man. But you're just not in the spirit to see it. And ultimately, because these things that we do see happening, they don't bring you comfort and they don't bring you joy, because you really don't want to see America be destroyed. You really don't want to see World War III. You really don't want to see the end of this age come to pass, man. I get it. Shit. Right? Here we go. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumor of wars. You see? That's what we see happening. The rumors of war. Of what? This third world war. You see, like I said, NATO talking about we're about to be struck by Russia. That war in Ukraine, the war over there with Gaza. I mean, Israel over there in Rafah, man. These are all, small wars happening, but eventually everybody is talking about how they're going to lead to the ultimate war, which is this third world's war, man, which is the war to end all wars, and we're all for it, man. And we know it's not a matter of if, but when. Like I read in that second Ezra, the 4th chapter, hey, the Lord already has the time measured, already set for that day to eventually take place, man. Right? And it's going to happen in my lifetime and in your lifetime. Lord willing, it happens the end of this year. Shit, the beginning of next year. All right? It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You see, so these things have to come to pass. You know? So that's why, you can't call yourself a true follower and a believer of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the God of the Bible if you don't want these things to happen, because it's the will of the Lord, man. And if you say you don't want it to happen, maybe they can have some type of talks and peace talks, then guess what? You're an anti-Messiah, man. Then you're not truly down with the Lord. You're an enemy of the Lord, because you're going against what he has set in place to happen. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Do we not see that happening right now with this whole situation with Trump getting locked up? Is that not causing division and a nation and this society to be more and more divided, man? You're absolutely right, man. Look at what's happening with the Republicans and the Democrats over this whole shit. They're all in each other's faces. They're all barking at each other. They're all further going to divide and splinter this country in two. And like I said, let them make it to where they don't have these elections, or they assassinate Trump, or they don't let Trump, or they cancel the elections, man. All hell's going to break loose in this society, man. And it's going to bring civil war, more chaos, more anger, more perplexity, you see? It says, and kingdom shall rise, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, you see? And we're barely entering in the beginning of these sorrows. But eventually, it's going to be full blown, all right? It's going to be full blown, like it tells you in 2nd Ezra, man. All right? So that was that one. Let me see something. Look at this one. It says, this is from Zero Hedge. It says, are they trying to start a nuclear war? They're not trying to. Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to start this nuclear war, man. Remember, the Lord controls the minds of the king. Let me see if I can find that real fast, man. I got one. Here we go. This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? See? So you can't really understand your own way because the Lord is in control of everything. And that's a problem that a lot of these people in this world has, man. They really truly believe that they have free will, that they wake up and do everything that they believe. That they wake up and think that everything that they do is totally in their control. And it's not, man. You're not doing your own thing, man. Man's going are of the Lord. You see? So you ain't doing your own thing. And it's the same with these kings of the earth, man. The Lord is totally in control, man. Here we go. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 23. It says, "O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps." Because the Lord is directing your steps, man. The Lord puts you in exactly the position and he wants you to be, man. You can't escape it, man. You don't have your own free will. It's just you think, you might think you wake up and you make your own decisions. You wake up and do whatever you want to do every day, but it's not, man. The Lord is the one directing and guiding your steps, and it's the same with these different kings of the earth, man. The Lord is in total control. The Lord is working them like a puppet, man. See? Look at this one. This is Psalms 37 and 23. It says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way." See? See? So that's why these things are happening. It says, "The steady path towards World War III continues. U.S. and NATO support for Ukraine in the war with Russia has been one long failure, but it hasn't stopped them from escalating the war with new weapons and tactics. Russia has met the escalation with its own escalation every step of the way, and at what point do rational leaders in the West, if there is any less, pause, consider that the war is lost in Ukraine, de-escalate, and seek a treaty to end the war?" Like I just showed you why, man. Because man's goings are of the Lord, man. The Lord is putting it in their hearts not to de-escalate, not to think logically, man. But the Lord is putting it in their spirit to be like, no, keep going, keep pushing, keep arming them, give them more money, do this, do that, so that prophecy can be fulfilled, man. All right? It says, "There is no sign of that yet. In fact, all the signs point to further escalation, which is a sure path to nuclear war. What good has escalation accomplished?" Well, to the men of the Lord, it's going to accomplish a good escalation, because this is the desired result. This is the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let me get that real fast. Look at this one. This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10. It says, "Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is Hey, and that was set up to happen the way the Most High wanted. It says, "For I am the Most High, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executeth my counsels from a far country. Yea, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it, I will also do it." You see? And who is the Lord going to ultimately use? It's Russia and Putin, man. To eventually to burn and send their nuclear missiles and all their arrows here on Babylon the Great to utterly burn this whore with fire, man. And guess what? The Lord is also going to put the spirit on the allies of this whore, NATO and those EU countries, man, to shoot their nuclear missiles and to shoot fire upon this horde. All right, like when you read in the book of Daniel, how how it was mixed, the 10 toes was mixed with the miry clay and the steel. That's dealing with how the NATO and the EU are all divided, man. They're not all seeing eye to eye. They all have discrepancies, mainly against the West, because you got America over there basically destroying ties between those NATO nations, those European Union nations that had good deals with Russia for natural gas and resources. Now America is over there causing those countries to be put in a shittier situation because they're pushing those countries to aggregate and to make deals that's do things against Russia that's fucking up their business deals. That's leaving a lot of their country without cheap natural gas, making things more expensive, making things more hard. They're forcing them to put in more money to try to fight against Russia, and they ain't really feeling it. They're going along with it, but we know eventually all of those that are Confederate with her are going to eventually turn and burn her with fire, man. And guess what? That's all the purpose, will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And I had another one. Yeah. Psalm chapter 33, verse 10. Let me see. I'll start here. Psalms 33 and 6. By the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. He gathereth the waters of the sea together as an heap. He layeth up the depths in storehouses. Let all the earth fear Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. And eventually they are. After all is said and done, when all the dust settles, when Yahushua comes back and gets busy with the angels and makes war and judges and totally destroys all these nations and their sovereignty and their military, they're all going to stand in awe of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua in that day, man, with their jaws to the floor, man. And they're going to, all knees are going to bow, man. All knees are going to worship and praise and acknowledge Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, all right? And we can't wait. It says, for he spake and it was done. He commanded and it stood as fast. So here it is, the same power that created heaven and earth. Just by his words, all this creation was created. You don't think that he has control over the minds of these kings, and he doesn't have control to bring in this third world war, to make nuclear missiles plummet and plow and destroy Babylon the Great, America, and everything else that's written within the scriptures now? Come on, bro. It says, for he spake and it was done. He commanded and it stood fast. Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect, man. You see, like the Lord said, all his counsel was going to stand, man. And damn it, if the Lord wants America to be destroyed with nuclear destruction, if he wants World War III to take place, if he wants all these nations to be gathered in the valley of Jehoshaphat so he can send Yahushua to come back and judge them, then damn it, it's going to stand, man. And it's going to happen, man. All right? It says, the counsel of Yahweh standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations, man. Blessed is the nation whose God is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and the people whom he have chosen for his own inheritance, which are the Israelites, man. The 12 tribes. Either way you shake it and then slice it, man. That's why eventually, that's why you see the elect and the Israelites standing for these things to happen. We're pushing for this destruction and pestilence and famine and judgment, all these things to come, because at the end of the day, when it's all settled and done, hey, the chosen people of the Most High are going to be on the winning end. We're going to receive the inheritance that was promised to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're going to receive the kingdom. We're going to receive you nations as an inheritance and as slaves. You're going to build the kingdom. You're going to work in our fields. You're going to pick our grapes. You're going to plow our fields. All right, we're going to take your women. All right, and we're going to establish the kingdom of our dear Lord Yahushua here on this planet, and you're all going to be subjugated under it, man. Period. All right, and that's the counsel of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. All right. It says, Yahweh looked from heaven, he behold all the sons of men. From the place of his habitation, he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashioneth their hearts alike, he considereth all their works. There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. A horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. That's the elect. And that's what we're, Lord willing, we're hoping that we're about to receive when all this judgment and all hell's about to break loose, man. All right? That's why you see the things that are happening. So back to this article. It says the West supplied Ukraine with HIMARS precision-guided artillery, but that largely failed because the Russians quickly learned how to jam the GPS guidance systems, so the missiles went off course. That doesn't mean the Russians shoot down or jam every HIMARS rocket Ukraine launches. Some will always get through, but overall their effectiveness has been limited compared with expectations. The U.S. and NATO also supplied Ukraine with Abrams. You see, so the U.S. and NATO are guilty of supplying Ukraine with these missiles and these weapons, which Russia said whoever supplied them, you're going to be held accountable. That's why they're sending those submarines over there to Cuba, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're sending submarines other fucking places, into the Pacific, into the Atlantic. Probably rolling through China. I wouldn't doubt that either, man. Because now it's time for them to really start getting serious, because, hey, the Lord is making Esau make moves. You know, he's making the West make moves on Russia so that this war can get popping, man. It says the U.S. and NATO also supplied Ukraine with Abrams, Leopard, and Challenger tanks and Bradley fighting vehicles that have been left burning on the battlefield. They also require intensive maintenance Ukraine can't necessarily provide and are often unsuited for the battle conditions in Ukraine. You see? So the West and NATO, they're all guilty in this. They're all working hand in glove to get this third world popping, man. You see? And now a lot of those missiles, those HIMARS, they can hit targets deeper inside of Russia, which is what? Them poking and poking the bear. You see? It says the U.S. and Russia already adhere to what's called the launch on warning doctrine. This means that if you detect incoming nuclear missiles, you don't wait for them to hit their target. Instead, you launch your counterattack as soon as you detect the missiles. When it comes to nuclear war, you use it or lose it. And guess what? The Lord's going to put the spirit on these niggas to use those missiles. Let me get that real fast. Ooh. Get this, man. See, so everything that's going on, hey, how about Shimon Hashai is 100% involved in it, right? This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. Yeah, no, I started I started at 1. It says Isaiah 13:1, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble. And what's the banner that we're lifting up? Is the prophecies in this Bible, man. And that's why you see them trying to ban the Bible. That's why they're trying to outlaw free speech. They're taking down our videos, tagging it as hate speech, trying to deem the Bible to be a book of hatred, man. Now they're talking about coming up again, over there in Canada, passing laws to lock you in prison indefinitely or give you hefty fines for quoting particular Bible scriptures out of the Bible, man. You see? It says, shake the hand that they made. And we are shaking the hand, man. We're shaking the hand, telling Esau that you're going down, man. That these nuclear missiles are not for your safe haven, but for your destruction. That you are going to go into this third world war. Yahushua is going to return and crack those clouds, man. You are the biblical Edomites. You are the wicked. America is Babylon the Great, the lady of kingdoms, man. All right, that great whore that the Bible speaks of, and it's going to be burnt with fire. It says, I had commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. This is talking about those nuclear missiles, man. You see, and that's why the Lord put the spirit on them to make these missiles to where once Russia detects that America shot a nuke and vice versa, all the nukes are going to simultaneously just react and just go, man. And the Lord is going to put the spirit in those missiles to execute his counsel, man. Remember, these are the Lord's weapons of his indignation. He created the smith that blow up the coals in the fire. Like I read, the man's going are of the Lord. They didn't create these missiles, to satisfy their own purpose, man. It's to satisfy the purpose of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land, which is what? These nuclear missiles, man. You can read that in the Apocrypha. To tell you about these mighty arrows that are going to be shot from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. That's talking about an ICBM missile, man. A nuclear missile, a nuclear warhead. It's not talking about an average everyday archer shooting an arrow like they used to in the ancient world, man. Right? The Bible was spoken is symbolic, man. This is spiritual. This is spiritual talk, man. That the average Christian or the average person won't be able to receive because they wasn't given to them to receive it, man. But we know exactly what they represent, and we see these things about to take place. And what whole land is he going to destroy? Babylon the Great, America, man. It says, "Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand; it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames." Because just like on that movie, The Knowing, at the end with Nicolas Cage and his family, when that fire came, all they can do was just sit there and just hug each other because they know it wasn't nowhere you could run or nowhere you can hide, man. Okay? Why do you think people are building all these damn bunkers? These billionaires are going into their bunkers, man, because they know eventually it's about to get crazy out here, man. And they're trying to escape the judgment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which we know prophetically, the Lord put the spirit on them to go into those bunkers because they're going to be snatched out of those bunkers after all is said and done, after the dust and the smoke clears. And they're going to be the first crop of slaves, talking about these super elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Dukes of Edom, the higher ups of this society, man. And they're going to go right into slavery under Yahushua, man. And they're going to get their ass kicked and their backs whipped, and they're going to be in the field working real hard, man. It says, "Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger." And all this World War III stuff that's happening is all for this prophecy to ultimately to be fulfilled, man. So that the anger and the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua can fall down upon Babylon the Great and upon these nations, man. It says, "Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it." See? Because the only ones that's making it up out of America are the elect via the chariots being taken up in what the world calls UFOs, man. You see, and all this escalation, all this talk about nuclear war, this third world war, is for this prophecy ultimately to be fulfilled, man. Let me get that, man. Now, Joel, see? Talking about God's love. He loves everything. Don't you know that Yahweh is a man of war? Who the hell you think created war? Come on, man. Let me get this. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain." And that's what we're out here doing, coming out here prophesying. We're giving you warning. We're blowing the horn to warn our people that, look, all these things are coming to pass, man. We're telling you that this third world war is going to happen, and these nuclear missiles are going to get shot. We're blowing the horn so that you can prepare yourself by what? Repenting, man. Coming back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Coming out of this world, man. Putting off this, this world and black culture and all this wickedness, man, and return to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, put on your righteous robes, man, which is this glorious gospel and this truth. It says, "And let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand." Yeah, you see, right here in the margin it says the trumpet. It says a ram's horn, man. You see, because the ram horn, we would blow it on particular certain occasions, man. And you would blow the ram's horn when there was a time of war, when the enemy was coming at the gates, man. And we're doing that right now, spiritually, It says, "A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there have not ever been the like." And this is speaking about the missiles as well, because these missiles are going to be a one-time thing. right? We're not going to have, to just tell you that in the kingdom of heaven, the nations are not going to lift up weapons. They're not going to make war with one another, nor shall they make weapons of war anymore, man. So these nuclear missiles are going to be a one-time deal, man, to totally, to be the waster to destroy, man, because they're not going to fight nor make war nor fight in the kingdom of heaven. See? It says, a great people and a strong, there had not ever been the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Talking about this nuclear war, these missiles, man. Right? There's never been anything like it. There's never going to be anything after it, because they're not going to be needed anymore in our kingdom. Remember, Yahweh Shai's kingdom is going to be a kingdom of peace and righteousness, man, and justice. All right? We're not going to have to go into captivity. We're not going to have to go to war. We're not going to have to defend ourselves in the kingdom of heaven, Nate. Gog and Magog's Esau's not going to rise up after 1,000 years in the kingdom and try to take the kingdom and step to us, you jackass. All right? It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. And what's going to be ultimately a desolate wilderness is America, man. That's why nothing but desert creatures are going to dwell here. You see? It says, yea, and nothing shall escape them. The only thing that's going to escape them is going to be the elect and taken up in the chariots, man. Everything that's ground zero, that's all 5,000 square feet, all 10 of these FEMA regions here in Babylon the Great, is not going to escape the besom of destruction that's coming into this place, man. All right, this place is going to become that lake of fire, and we're going to have that bird's eye view as we're praising Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and giving him the glory for avenging us and totally liquidating this place, man. It says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Talking about when these missiles are shot, they're going to come in formation, man. All right? It says, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. See, because these are the weapons of the Lord indignation. And you don't believe that these nukes, when they come, are going to be loud. Just watch these nuclear tests, man. When they shoot these missiles, how loud it is. And that's just watching it on the internet and on the computer and on camera, man. Wait till you see how loud it's going to be, man. That's why this whole earth is going to shake and rock to and fro like a drunkard. They're going to shake this. It's going to shake the place, shake the earth to its very core when these nuclear missiles finally hit this place, man. It says, before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the window like a thief, because that nuclear destruction, man. You watch these nuclear movies, man. When the nuclear missile finally detonates and hit, how that wave of fire just rushes through and whatever comes in its path is just totally just annihilated. And I did a video on that, man. They was giving a scenario of what's going to happen when America was hit with nuclear missiles. They was basically describing D.C. and they said everything literally just melted, man. But it tells you that in Peters, man. The elements are going to melt with fervent heat. 1,000,000 degrees is going to literally burn everything back into its elements, man. These buildings, these cars, your flesh. Scriptures tell you that. Was that Zechariah? That their eyes are going to consume in their holes and your tongue is going to melt away in your mouth. What can do that, man? What on this planet has the power to produce something like that is nuclear missiles, man. All right? The Satan II, the Dong Fang missiles, the Sarmat missiles, the Tomahawk, whatever the hell all these missiles are called, man. This is what the scriptures are speaking about, man. All right? It says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro. I read that. It says, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their light, their shining. You see, when these missiles hit. And guess what? We're going to be up in the upper atmosphere. So for us, hey, we're just going to see the smoke billowing, man. Everybody that's down here on this earth, you're going to have to be partakers of that. Read Revelation the 18th chapter, how these nations are going to howl and weep and cry when they see the smoke of her burning. All right? It says, and Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very strong, for he is strong that executed his word. Like I was telling you earlier, man. The counsel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to stand, man. And he's going to be, and his word is going to be strong. His word is going to be bond when he executes this, man. All right? It says, for the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible. Who can abide in it? You see? So why are you saying who can abide in it? And this is what you got to do. This is verse 12. Therefore also now saith Yahweh, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning. And rend your heart, meaning your mind, and not your garments, and turn unto Yahweh your power, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repent of him of the evil. See? So that's why the Lord is giving you an example of what he's going to do, but he's telling you afterwards, look, if you don't want to receive that, this is what you need to do, man. And this is why we're out here. Part of the reason why we're out here, man, to get our people to repent and return to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So when you see the prophets and the men of the Lord out here, that's actually like a door of mercy, man. You better get with it and take heed and listen to what we're out here telling you, man. We're trying to give you the ability to escape this judgment that's coming upon this world, man. It says, who knoweth if he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto Yahweh your power. Blow up the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber and the bride out of her closet. See? Which is really ultimately the gathering of the elect right now, man. That's what we're doing. Let me get some of this water. And I'm going to go back to that article. I got a couple more. See? So that's why all that, the situation with Russia is taking place, man. So that what? Let me get this real quick. Yep, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And this is what everything is escalating to, man. And like I said, you got, eventually America's going to get involved with that Taiwan and China situation. Eventually we know the least of the flock over there in Israel is going to draw America into that war. America's going to be all over the fucking place, man. And this is why eventually America's going to have to institute a draft, man. They're going to have to get conscriptions, man. They're already low. Their military numbers are already low. And they're going to have to eventually bring in this draft and get a lot of you Gen Zers. They're going to put a lot of you niggas in that great meat grinder, man. All right? Because America's going to be stretched too thin. They're going to need fighters. They're going to need bodies, man. There's going to be a lot of you everyday average Gen Z 18 to 35-year-olds out here, man. It says, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And who was the weak? Iran. At one point, Russia was weak. Now they're strong. China, now they're strong because they all possess the equalizer, man. Those nuclear missiles. And now a lot of these countries like Iran, the BRICS nation, a lot of them hold nuclear missiles. Turkey, now they're all choosing and linking up and choosing sides, man. And really, America is going to be left out in the shaft, man, because everybody is basically tired of the West. Everybody sees America as weak. Nobody believes that America should be in this position of power that it is. And the only thing that's propping America up is this petrodollar, which that's losing steam. Shit, a lot of these countries and these nations are dumping the dollar to get with the BRICS. So the Lord is shifting the tide to where eventually everybody is going to be against Babylon the Great and against the West, man. All right? It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, which is Yahweh Shabbat, which is the Most High's judgment, which the Lord's going to, that's when he's going to send Yahweh Shai back in the midst of this Third World War to judge all of you heathen nations, man. Hey, so Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is the ultimate chess player. Here it is, he's setting all you up to fight against one another, but then he's going to come in the midst of that and judge all of you fuckers, man. And snatch all of your crowns off of your head. He's going to beat you all to powder, man. He's coming with his holy host of angels, man. And that's our army. That's our defense. Is Yahweh Shai. Like he said, wait ye upon me till I rise up to the prey. So we shouldn't be out here gathering up weapons and marching like we're a goddamn army. You know, scriptures say that we're nothing but worms here, man. Our help is on the way. Our cavalry is coming from the heavens, which is Yahweh Shai and the holy angels, man. But in the meantime, the Lord is going to continue to gather these nations for this third world war, man. All right? And it's not going to stop. So don't worry about, you know, some peace talks or how it's not going to happen, because it's going to happen, man. All right? All right? What else we got here? Oh, another lockdown is coming. Look at this. It says a bombshell study finds bird FLU leaked from gain of function USDA lab media blackout says. You see, just like the other one, you know. So don't get it twisted that they found it in nature somewhere. It was some damn gooks eating bats over there in some wet market, and that's how this shit happened. That's all cap, man. In the same way they're telling you that this new bird FLU is going to happen, it's all going to be cap, man, because it's coming straight out of a goddamn LAB. And like I said, I truly believe that they're gonna release this shit. You're gonna see a lot of people drop dead from this shit because, like I said, Bill Gates said it. This one's gonna get everybody attention this time. They need their, you know, like last time, you know, they were just, you know, showing hospitals and shit, saying that they were full capacity, but with people that was working and they were saying, hey, it's not full capacity. It was all capped. See, but this time he's gonna have to have the effects this time. This time he's gonna have to let it really hit home for these people to be afraid enough to go and you know, to go and take their stabby jabbies, man. See? You know? But like scriptures tell you, man, this is the secret counsel of the wicked, man. They accomplish a diligent search, man. And this is why we got to constantly, continuously pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, to be delivered from this shit. Because, hey, scriptures tell you that there's about to be a lot of people that's about to drop DEAD out here, man. Like I said, the time of pestilence, famine, death, and destruction. That's what a lot of these, you know, that's what this lockdown is going to bring. More of a pestilence. You know, now they're going to start telling you that everything is infected. Chicken, beef, you know, water, you know, the air. And now he's going to tell you, look, you can't eat these natural food anymore. You know, now you got to eat our lab-grown meat. Now you got to eat this lab-grown chicken, this 3D printed fish, you know, our GMO crops. You know, you can't eat real chicken and beef anymore. It's contaminated. You'll get sick. You'll die. Shit, they're going to start snatching away a lot of your pets. They're going to tell you that, look, your pets are infected. You can't have dogs and cats in the house anymore. They're going to euthanize them. You know, they're going to take control of the whole food supply. Like I said, then they're going to crash this economy. Then they're going to bring you CBDCs, digital currency, man. It's all a power grab, man. And then they're going to try to give who that the power to be, they're going to give Tedros, that little weenie, they're going to give Tedros, the director general, power to be over all fucking pandemics, man. And you want to believe when they bring in this pandemic, it ain't ever going to go away, man. Like I said, you're going to have this bird FLU, and there's going to be disease X. There's going to be some mutated form of measles, mumps, dengue fever. They're going to just continuously tell you that, look, all these sicknesses and all these plagues are coming because of climate change. It's going to give them indefinite power, man. It's going to make you a perpetual slave. All right? And that's why we got to continuously pray, man, every day to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because, hey, this devil... it's not gonna stop, man. Hey, and like I said earlier, like I read in Ephesians, hey, the days are evil, man. All right? And this is Psalms chapter 140, verse 1. Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which is Esau Edom. And like we say all the time, Revelations 12 and 12, he's gonna come down with that great wrath, man. Why the hell you think he's trying to bring in this new pandemic? Because he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna have to use force to enforce this, because ain't nobody gonna believe it anymore. Everybody's gonna believe it's a hoax. Everybody's gonna know that it's another power grab. They're gonna know it's another C19er. They're gonna know it's another situation like that. So people are not gonna adhere. People are gonna buck up. People are not gonna go along with the mandates and the rules they're gonna try to enforce. People are gonna riot. They're gonna take it to the streets. They're gonna get violent. So therefore, they're gonna have to what? Bring in martial law. Bring in the UN troops, man. Bring in curfews. Bring in summary executions, man. You know, telling you, look, if we catch you outside, hey, military men will be ordered to shoot on sight, man. It's going to bring what? More civil war, more chaos out here, man. See, so that's why we gotta pray that hey, how much our Shah is gonna be with us, right? It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war. Like that's what all this shit is, man. What do you think this whole pandemic treaty is? It's a form of them waging war on society. Cashless society is a way of them waging war on your financial freedom and your ability to move about freely without them having tabs on you, man. Everything is an act of war that this devil is implementing with this new world order. It's a war against you, but they're pushing it as if it's peace and safety. And let me get that real fast, man. You see? So this nigga he's about to come with it. He's about to rage war on you, but he's hoping that he can do it in a way to where he can frame mischief by Allah, and you just comply and go along with it. But he knows eventually people are going to buck up. He knows eventually people are going to get fed up and finally realize what the hell is really going on, and they're going to take up arms, man. Right? This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So everything that he's saying, his legislation, his laws, it comes out smooth, but really it's unrighteous decrees, man, and war that he's raising against you to violate you and to subjugate you. But he presents it as peaceful, as safety, as for your own benefit, as to save the world. But it's really not, man. This whole climate change agenda, it's nothing more but him raging war on you. But he's trying to frame it in a way as if he's trying to save. Here it is, he's trying to save the same earth that he destroyed and he defiled, man. You got to wake the hell up, man. Remember, this man is as death, man. He enlarges his desire as hell. So whatever he pushes, whatever he does, it only results in death and corruption and wickedness, man. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. You see? So everything that comes out of his lips, man, it's weaponized. It's not to help you people, but you think it is. You think the government's laws and decrees are to help you, but really it's to further punish you. It's to deceive you, all right? It says, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adders poison is under their lips. Everything that's written within this whole let me get that. In the you know, everything in this shit, man, is nothing but drawn swords, man. Look at this. Look at this. It says 194 WHO countries agreed to arrest citizens who oppose BFLUV. See, his words are drawn swords. They're weaponized. It's really to war against you, so that if you speak out against it or you call him out for his bullshit, he's going to put laws in place to where he can lock you up for it, man, to silence you. You know, like I said, eventually they're going to have laws to just put your head in the guillotine or to just put you to death, man. Why do you think they got a red list, a blue list, and a yellow list, right? It says the World Health Assembly this week adopted amendments to controversial international health regulations without any fanfare from the mainstream media. And remember, that whole they're unelected government officials, man. They wasn't chosen and decided and put in power by the people. They were put in power by the powers that be. And they don't give one shit about you people, man. They're going to go along with the agenda. And as far as they're concerned, you're all enemies of them. Whether you go along with it or whether you buck up against it, you're still their enemy, and they're going to treat you as such, right? It says these amendments abolish the national sovereignty of countries, grant the WHO sweeping powers to pass laws in Western nations, and criminalizes speech that the WHO says undermines the official narrative. And you know that's going to be very broad. Basically, if you just call them out and tell the truth against what they're doing, bam, you can be locked up. You can be found guilty. You can be indefinitely in prison or worse, man. You know, you can be a thought criminal. Let me get this real fast, man. Isaiah 10, man. That's exactly what this is. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. to turn aside the needy from judgment. And don't you have a First Amendment right here in America to free speech? Well, guess what? Once the who that getting power, that's going to be totally outlawed here, man. That's not going to be able to save you, nor will you be able to stand on your First or Second Amendment rights to uphold those laws, man. They're going to come in, kick in the door, and do what they got to do here. It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. You see, you're going to be a prey because everything that they're doing is weaponized and it's a form of war against you, against everybody, man. All right, and they're moving forward with it, and they're not going to stop. I'll read that again. It says the amendments abolish. Let's see what an amendment is. Let's look at this word amendment. An amendment is a minor change or addition designed to improve a piece of legislation. And guess what? They're going to constantly be amending that shit. They can amend it at any time that they feel like. You know, whenever they want to change it to fit whatever purpose they want, they're going to be able to do that, man. It's not going to be binding. It's going to change like the wind, man. It says these amendments abolish the national sovereignty of countries, grant the WHO sweeping powers to pass laws in Western nations, and criminalize speech that the WHO says undermines the official narrative. And why do you think they just tried to assassinate that one guy? I forget where he was, because was it in? I don't know if it was in one of those European countries. I forget, but they basically he was totally against this. He didn't want this WHO mandate going on in his country, and he denied it. And they put like 3 hot ones in it, man. You see, and you're going to start seeing more of that. A lot of these countries that oppose, because you got some of these countries and places that oppose this shit, they see what it's for. Guess what? They're going to start getting assassinated. They're going to start accidentally, their Tesla or their electric car is going to accidentally slam into a damn tree or drive off a bridge, or you're going to find them in their house. They overdosed or committed suicide. You know how Esau does it, man. You see? It says the following are brief descriptions of articles, podcasts, and press conferences from various sources in recent days. Some concerns are the agreements for governments to address misinformation and disinformation, which would be anything that's against their agenda, anything that exposes their bullshit, and especially the prophets and the men of Yahweh Shah Shai. We're definitely going to be on their hit list and their shit list, man. They're just going to have to find a roundabout way to come at us, man. But they are going to come. And all you stupid ass Israelite groups that are 501c3, you got your churches and your buildings and your livelihoods all attached to this government, you're going to be the very first ones they're going to roll upon, man. Because you're easy access, you're easy targets. And they can easily go flip the script on all you dumbass niggas. And that covenant that you made with death is going to be disannulled with this devil, man. And they're going to have you niggas looking crazy as hell with deep fakes and on the news media talking about y'all was creating bombs, y'all had the agenda to do this, y'all was a terrorist organization, you damn monkeys. All right. It says, thus laying the groundwork for the surveillance, declared threat, lockdown, coerced mass V approach. See? It says it is important to note that countries have 10 months, but that's why they're going to bring false flag. That's why they're about to really push this bird FLU and start trying to push it more and more and really release it so that they can bypass that 10-month reserve and just try to implement it because it's going to be a so-called emergency, just like they did last time, man. Remember, this man's not going to abide by his own laws and regulations, man. He's going to just make it be such an emergency that people are going to just have to accept it, man. All right? So what else we got in here real quick before I close it out? Oh yeah, here we go. Look, first human H5N2 bird, you know what, death reported. And this is going to be an ongoing thing too. This one was in Mexico. Next is going to be in Arkansas. Then it's going to be in California. Then it's going to be in Ohio. Then it's going to be a whole goddamn a whole school or some shit, you know? Remember you had those jakes that went on that cruise and that went to Texas and they all got quarantined because they had some unknown illnesses, man. And remember, they're about to start pulling out all type of shit. Oh, we got it's not just going to be the bird FLU. It's going to be disease X. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. It's going to be all type of shit, man. And then they're going to blame it on climate change. They're going to blame it on the animals. And they're going to try to push it to where they're going to have to lock everything down again, man. Whether you people want to believe that or not. It says oh shit. Oh yeah. It says a man in Mexico has died with a type of bird FLU strain that has never been recorded. See, that's going to be the catch. That's how they're going to sell it. It's never been seen before. We don't know what it is. It's basically just unknown. It's floating out here. It could be in anything. It could be in that fire hydrant. It could be in that tree. It could be in that crow right there. Remember, I brought out last week. They found some cats that died from it over there in was it Colorado? Randomly just found some cats that died from this shit. So they're gonna start telling you it's everywhere. Be afraid, man. You never know where it's lurking. You need to put mask on. You need to do this. And they already got thousands of vials of this, the new V for this shit already cooked up and produced and ready to roll it out, man. Right in time for this up and coming election, man. You know, like I said, these devils are about to run the same play, man. And like I said, first it's going to be in Mexico, then in Arkansas, then here, then there, then China, then Alaska somewhere. Fucking Kathmandu somewhere. Who knows, you know? But it's going to be a reoccurring thing, man. It says, according to the WHO, the victim, who was already ill with other conditions, suffered shortness of breath, fever, and diarrhea before succumbing to the V. See, there you go. He quickly developed fever, shortness of breath, diarrhea, nausea, and general malaise, passing away 7 days from these symptoms. Look at this. Other strains of the FLU include H5N1, H5N6, H5N8, occasionally infect humans, with those who work in the poultry industry at particular risk. But like I told you earlier, remember, this shit is coming out of the lab. This is part of that Fauci deal. This is part of Fauci's doing. That gain of you know what, man. And like I said, what's this going to bring? More and more lockdowns, more and more perplexity, man. So you people out there, you better get ready, man. All right, you better get ready. You better get ready. Let me get this. Then I'm gonna close. I got out here a little bit later with it, man. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 23. No. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. And that's what a lot of this, these lockdowns and what they're about to implement, about to do. Because like I said, when they really bring in this FLU, they're going to take control of the food supply. They're going to tell you that everything is tainted. Everything could possibly be contaminated, and you can't eat that. You got to eat our lab grown shit. You got to do this, do that, and people are going to buck up against it. People are not going to be having it, man. And a lot of people are going to have to starve because of that, man. And they're going to blame everything on fucking climate change. And watch this summer, man. It's going to be hot as all hell. Supposedly they're saying. You better believe they're going to blame that. Look at all those tornadoes, all those things happening in Texas. These storms getting out of control. What the hell do you think they blaming that on, man? See? But like I said, hey, we're living in the times of World War III, lockdowns, and all hell getting ready to break loose. Like I'm reading here, man. Let me read up. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. How a lot of people are going to die of great death from this sickness, man. From pestilences, sicknesses. The sword, famine, death, destruction, war. Civil war. It says, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a limit, because ultimately the Lord is going to use a lot of these things as a judgment on a lot of you people out here, man. A lot of people are going to die from famine. A lot of people are going to die in this war, whether it be World War III, Civil War, race wars, class wars, It's going to go on and on and on, man. Like I said, pestilences, sicknesses, famine. Because one thing that war does bring is famine, because a lot of goods are not coming in. Hey, think about when they lock shit down like they really want to do with this shit. These trucks ain't going to be running. These grocery stores ain't going to be bringing food every couple of days. These fast food restaurants are not going to be receiving their daily, stocks of burgers and patties and waffles and all this other shit out here. It's going to be dried up out here. Oh, let me show you this real fast. You know, it's gonna be bad out here, man. Look at this. Where is it? Look at this. Retail bloodbath. Retail bloodbath. 2,600 stores closing have been announced so far in 2024. And I did another article. I did another lesson on the article to where a lot of these fast food, a lot of these restaurants are closing, man. A lot of like Applebee's, a lot of these Applebee's restaurants like that, they're all closing down because they can't afford to stay open anymore. You know, it's getting too expensive to pay for workers, to cover the insurance, to cover the cost of running the business, the food, the repairs, keeping the electricity and the power on. So a lot of them are just closing down shop. All of these 99-cent stores, pretty soon a lot of these main retail grocery stores are going to close down. See, it says everywhere around us, space available signs are going up on buildings that were once considered to be prime commercial real estate. See, the U.S. economy is heading in the right direction. Why are many of the largest retail chains in the U.S. shutting down stores? And I was even reading an article, I don't know how true it is, that McDonald's was talking about leaving California, man. See? It says, if the closure, what did I tell you in Ecclesiastes 12? Seek the Creator in the days of your youth, for the evil days, before you don't find pleasure, while the grinding ceases and the doors be shut in the streets, man. All these things are about to take place. All these things are getting ready to hit Babylon in a major way. Hey, and you got to be prepared for just one day like that. This whole dynamic of Babylon as we know it can change, just like it did in 2019 with the whole C-19er, man. Everything could just all of a sudden just be shut down in one day, man. You can't go to work. You can't do this. You better have the newest stabby jabby, man. And they're talking about when they bring this bird flu V, if you don't take it, you ain't gonna be able to do a goddamn thing. You're gonna be completely locked down and shut up and on house arrest. All right. It says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, but for all these they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Like I said, with this new situation coming out, all these things can happen just like that, man. One day, this whole society could just collapse. Everything could go crazy. Everything could be shut down. Civil war, chaos, rioting, and just all hell could break loose, man. Just like that, man. And these are the times and the days that we're living into. So, like I said, we got to be prepared, spiritually prayed up, spiritually prepped, and hoping that, in these times to come, that Yahweh Shai is going to be with us, man. Because shit is about to drastically change in these next couple of months leading up to this election, man. All hell can possibly break loose, man. They can literally declare this Third World War to be official. Have conscriptions, bring in these LDs. Bring in, civil war can pop off. All this shit, man. All things are on the table. Remember, all these prophecies are right there at the door, and they're soon about to be here in a major way, man. So I'm gonna close it there. Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, people that was here was fed. So I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Madash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishop of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, pushing His word in all sincerity and truth. Till next week, shalom.